Hello, let's play a bunch of daily word games. Today's bonus game is Scordle. Now, Scordle, in some ways, is harder than Word 500, in other ways, easier. But basically, we're going to start with a word. Why don't we just start with, let's start with slate. So this is a score of 3. What that means is that every yellow gives you a score of 1, and a green gives you a score of 2, and it sums it up, and you just get the score. But Scordle in some ways is a little easier than Word 500 because after each guess, you can click a letter to see what color it ends up. So I'm going to click the E. So the E was yellow. So we either have 2 more yellows in here, or we have a green. One of these being green. What if, I don't know, where do we want this E to go? Like, what if it was like an EA word? What would be? So I can actually color my letters, but let's not do that yet. Another option is to do EA like this, and let's use the SL or T. I think that's better. Metal with a D, not a T. I think that works well. So this assumes the A and the L are yellow. A score of 5. Now, I already know there's an E in the word. I'd like to know, I think that probably means there's an A in the word. I'd like to know if the L was correct. The L was correct. So, I wonder if we're an EAL word, because that would mean yellow here, green here, green here. So that would be great. So like not steel. What would we do here? So this would be, we'd have the A. Actually, let me just gray out letters that I think are gray. So I think the S and T are gray. And I think the M and D are gray. So let's go with that. I don't really care about. I just want to, when I scan the keyboard, I want to know what letters to not look at. C Korea. Is there an REAL? I'm surprised there's not a word. I mean, we could start with E and do AL. Does that help? I really don't see how. EAL just fits so well. But I don't. A wheel? WH? That's usually EEL. It accepted it. Okay, so I'm wrong about. Let's check the A. The A is gray. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I need to undo this coloring. Oops. Okay, I don't know how to undo the coloring, but A is now gray. Meaning we have. Okay, this L is green. The E is going to be yellow. Maybe I got the E correct and this L correct here in metal. And then the A isn't correct, so it would be an M or a D correct? So could we be like M-E? No, out of place. Like D-E something something L, or I could put an M somewhere in the middle. And then I need, maybe I need a green. And let's see, I have a yellow L and a yellow E in slate. Ooh, yeah, because the L is green here. So then I would need a T or an S. A T or an S out of place. What? EML. None of this makes sense. Getting a score of 5, I gotta have another green, I think. This A is gray. I need a green and a yellow. I mean, we could do like, we could do an EL word. And then I would need the M or D in place. And then I need the S or the T out of place. Motel. Got it. Wow, okay. That's pretty good. It's hard for me to show visually my thinking because you can't color these letters, which is unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, Scordle, a little easier in some ways because you do get that reveal after every word. Like knowing that A was gray really helped me. But at the same time, you don't, you got to kind of guess how many yellows and greens you've got based on the score. Cool. Well, let's move on to Dordle. We'll start with motel. Oops, I always click off the puzzle and I can't type. Let's just get all new letters on the right. What are common letters? S, R, N, A. Nothing's immediately coming to mind that uses these letters. Like we could do like an R, A, and S maybe. Is there one? A, R, S. Shark. Let's just do shark. Shard. I want the D. Shard. My choice which one to guess here. Maybe something like gassy that could place the S for both words, even if they're in different spots. Oh, or we could just get gassy correct somehow. All right, and we placed that S on the left. There's not another one. So there's an E somewhere. My initial thought was here, but is S-E-Y reasonable? I feel like we want to do a consonant there, like pesky. Wow, pesky and gassy. Wow, okay, that was a really good solve. Really lucky. All right, let's do Fibble. Start with genus. Now, there's a lie in every guess, so it's going to be really hard to make one of these grays a lie. We'd be like G, something, something, UN, and then we'd have to use an E or an S. I don't think there's a word like that. So, is there a G, something, NU? Or do I need to... I mean, we have two... Do I just need to make one of them gray? Is most likely what's going to happen, but... Yeah, I don't see a word that does GNU like that, other than genus. Okay, so... Most likely... Green is most likely to be the lie. Because if you think about it, the chance of a letter being green is lower on the first guess than it is being gray. And then the gray lying is green. So statistically, one of the greens is going to be gray. One of the greens is in place. Does it mean we want to like end in UN? Like a OUN or an AUN? What does that? What if we just do grown? That just makes the U the lie. Ooh. Well, maybe not as ooh, but okay. So one of these G's is lying, meaning that there is an N in the word. Because if there wasn't an N in the word, then both ends would have to lie as gray, and then we wouldn't have a lie left for the G, because there's only one lie per word. So there's definitely an N in the word. I could go for another G N word. What would I do? Like GL, something N. Gland? That works. Ooh, G is back to green. Ooh, there's a lie. Okay, there's a lie here, right? This U and this N cannot both be true. Because if they were both true, they'd both be green in that same spot. So that they need to use up a lie, meaning this G cannot be lying. And so then that means this G is lying. So we do start with G. And I'd like to believe we have this N there. So maybe it's G something AN. What would it be? I want to do like guana. Guana is a word, apparently. Ooh, we have an X-wing. Perfect. What do I mean by X-wing? Well, one of these A's is lying and one of these N's is lying. So that's both lies. So anything that's not that A or N has to be telling the truth. So yeah, we know there's an N in the word. I still think we're G something AN. I think that's what we are. I just need to come up with another word. Grant, no, there's no R. What about ending in T though? I feel like grant is the only word that does that. We could end in another G, but oh wait, giant does it. Giant does it. I always have a hard time thinking of the word giant. I don't know why. It's kind of a strange word. The IA. You don't really think of doing IA. At least I don't really think of doing IA. AI for sure, but not A. Anyway, I think that's a good solve. I made some good assumptions there. Cool. Let's do Betweenle, and we will start with giant. 2.8% away from giant. So is that going to be like a GL or maybe I'll do a GR. Let's do grant. Okay, that's not even far enough. There's not that many G words. Could we be an H? What's like a really, really early H word? Hairy is the earliest I've thought of so far. How about hacky? Not on the word list. Habit. Okay, so we're almost certainly G something. How about like guard? Okay. I don't think it's GUA. Maybe like gummy? Narrowing it down. It's definitely GU. Guide? Guile? Oh my gosh. Guys? Oh no. GUI. Guilt. It's guilt. Oh, I went way too far from guile. I didn't think of guilt. Oh well. Not too bad. I mean, kind of not great. It was really hard to narrow down the G words. All right. Let's do word 500. We're going to start with guilt. 2 yellows in guilt. I want to do the U and the L because that allows me to do LU. There's so many LU words, so we'll try it. I'm thinking of words like clunk, plunk, slunk. I'm wondering if there's something better. Slurp. Kind of like the word slurp. That's fun. 1 green, 1 yellow. So let's say that this was true. Still. I like L second a lot, so I'm willing to put the U there and do like an AU or an OU. Yeah, like loud, but cloud. 1 green. Okay, so let's say I got this L in place all these times. There'll be no U in the word. No CO. Nothing from cloud other than the L. So one of these would be yellow and one of these would be yellow. Would I do like a yellow I? Then we could do like LAI. And then I just need like a PR or S somewhere. Plaid? No, there'll be no D. Has to be yellow. So layer? Claire? No, Blair. Is Blair? I don't think Blair is spelled this way. No, it's like that. Doesn't have to be AI, but that feels right to me. I don't think there's anything other than plaid that does PLAI. Why don't I guess it and see if we're on the right track? I think we're on the right track. I think we got the LAI and there's just no P in the word. So we could be LAIR or LAIS. LAIR feels like it's at flare. Oh my gosh. No. Ooh, okay. Interesting result. So I still think we got the L all the way down. It would be pretty strange if we didn't. Meaning no COUD. So no U's. I'm thinking I got the I correct. So it is yellow. Oops, I'm supposed to have the L yellow. That means no R, A, or F. So the P or the D is right. So maybe I got the P correct. And we're PL something I. What does that? I feel like that's like our only option. Unless I'm really making a mistake into like maybe there's no L, right? That would be interesting. No L is a possibility, but can I think of a word that does this? Like, I don't think EI makes any sense. Because YI makes sense. Ply, not really. And 3 consonants in a row, PL something, doesn't make sense. So I think we're out of options here. So let's try no L. We haven't tried no L yet. So if we have a U, let's try no L, but we have a U. It's yellow here and yellow here because it's green here. No COD. Okay. So maybe I got the, well, that means no I in the word because it can't go in the same spot as the U. So we'd have the P, A, and D correct. So this P would be yellow. Oh, I can't have 2 yellows here. So that's actually not possible. So I could have no L and no U. That's very limiting, but I can investigate that. But yeah, this doesn't work. Because if there's a U, it's green there. Okay, so what about no L and no U? That would be strange. Okay, well, I did use the I again here. Yeah, so I would be yellow here and green in both of these spots, clearly. I think we got the AI correct. Although, is there anything we can prove before I just assert that? Well, we have 2 of SRP. Maybe the D is correct here and here? I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm guessing. I don't think there's anything I can prove yet. SRP though. The R would not be green here, so there'd be no R. So I need an S and a P. So I'd have to use the P here, no A's. And then I have to use the F. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, I did make an assumption though. So no L and no U. We're gonna try not to make any assumptions here. 2 of GIT, 2 of SRP, 1 of COD. That's all of our letters. So I can't introduce the A in addition. Like if you think about it, I have 2 unique letters from GIT, 2 from SRP, and then 1 from COD, which means no new letters can be colored. So the A cannot be colored, meaning we have the P, the I, and the D green. But then now, oh, it's as easy as this. Look, compare these two. I need 3 greens from plaid and 3 greens from flare, or 2 greens from flare. And if I say that there's no A, if I say that there's no L and no A, then we need PID and, right? We need PID here. And now there's nothing that can be green and flare. So I need an L or an A in the word. And if I have an A, and if I don't have an L in the word and I need the A, then I actually have to include the U as well in order to not have too many letters just right away. Like 2 from Gilt, 2 from Slurp, 1 from Cloud. There's none left to add an A. Because there's not really any overlap if I don't use the LU. So if I use the U here, we'd be AU, which seems okay. But there'd be no COD, okay, no D, which means the I and the P are in, which means the I is in, meaning no R or F, so no R. P would be green? No S? This is, oh, no, I can't use the I and that U. Okay, this doesn't work. So I have to use the L, which was my initial instinct anyway. But, okay, I've proven we have the L. I just made some bad decision earlier. I don't know why it took so long to go back to just including the L, but I've proven that's the only way it works. Plaid has an extra letter, so we can't have both AI. So plaid adds the P or the D. It could be a yellow. So this P would want to be yellow. This, oh, there is no D. Sorry. So we have to include the P, which means it's yellow here. So no R, no US. Okay. So we definitely have an A or an I, so there's no F. So PL. I don't see how we'd use the TN that, oh, we just need a T or a G. Or we could use the I. No, we can't. Oh no, we can use double A. So we're either PLA with a G or a T. Out of place. Like plate. Okay, yeah, so that's all it is. Okay. I got confused because I kept trying to use that I, which is what my fatal mistake was there. It seemed really reasonable to use the I, but ended up not being the case in this case. All right, as usual, word 500 is a challenge, but I got there. Let's do Polygonle. So we have an 8-letter word today. And let's see, what's repeating here? This repeats and this repeats. We have a sandwich here, kinda. So if I did ing, there might be a word here. I like a T here, knighting, like uniting, but how about conniving? That's a fun word. Is that how you spell it? Maybe it's double N. I liked that though. There may not be a word. Nicing? How do I avoid the need for that to be a double N? Okay, I'm not seeing it, so let's try something else. Let's try like ERS. Like revers? Levers? Levels? Co-levels? Co... I like ending in S, to be honest. I don't like the D. Refers. I don't know. Maybe we can do like an in something. In re. Unrefers. I referred you. Now I've unreferred you. Undeterred Teds. No. Untenets. I can't repeat that in anyway. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna do a filler today. Let's do machined. There's no E at all. Okay, I was doomed. It's not ing either. Let's just do robustly to get more of the letters. Okay, we end in Y. I didn't even consider that, of course. Do we end in like TY? And then this could be an I or an A. What's an I look like? Are we like, wow, we're missing some letters. Let's see here. Maybe it's an ITY. Capacity? I'm gonna guess capacity just to like see what's going on with these. I mean, A can't be second. Okay, it is ITY. I already knew A couldn't be second. So it's A activity. Oh, I didn't think about starting with A. Activity is tough. I don't know how I would have thought of that. ITY. Interesting. Okay. So there's activity, basilisk, brainiac, futility, motility, and nativity. So ending in Y was the way to go. I didn't even realize that. So there were no like ing. Okay, the ings that are uncommon words. Leniting and muniting. Would not have tried those. Okay. So I was wrong about the ing. Let's do the mini. Well, this repeats. Maybe like an RER word. Pair. Ooh, so there's PR probably. And then, ooh, does that mean that this is a repeated vowel? Maybe the R is here? Oh no. I mean, I feel like PR and then proto, like prototype? No. Thought maybe. Promo, like promotion? Interesting that promo is in there for promotion, but proto isn't in there for prototype. Maybe it's more like a prefix. There's 140 words. Okay. Flyby is fun. Laza. Okay. Let's do symbol. As always, we start with blaze. Might end in E. We'll test that with rouse. Does end in E. Just nothing else. Could have another E easily. Let's try an I though. Something like this. Or even like this would be fine. With the I in the middle. Chime. Still only ends in E. Maybe we're like one of those heavy E words. Not MC. Not eerie. Maybe not. But I mean, we gotta use some E's. Like peeve, like pet peeve. Ooh, so we're E and E here. And then these two letters, the EV, are from PEV. Would it be like I don't see that. Levy? No, there's no L. Or VPE doesn't make sense. We're going to use another E because we can't do VP, so we have to use another E. So it's this, and then there's a P or a V in the middle. What is this? Am I wrong? I don't see how I'm wrong. The P, E, or V, two of them go in here. If we didn't use the E, we'd be VPE, which just isn't a word. No, there's no way. And so that means the E is used, but it can't be used there or it would be green. So it's used over here. And then there's the V or the P in the middle. What am I missing about this? TP. Wow. That is a hard word to think of. Okay. Got it in 5. That's pretty good for TP, I think. That's a lot of E's. We ran out of vowels, though. And then peeve, I think, was really good. All right. Let's do Fusele. We'll start with TP. Luckily, we're starting with alphabetical clues, so it's not as bad to repeat. This middle letter is near P. Otherwise, we're not near these letters. Per slot. So, I don't know. In the middle, if I like just put an O there. Oh, I guess anything but a real word. So, let's just get the really good letters out then. Let's do R second. Let's do an L first. Yeah, LR. Let's get an S here because S is near it. I don't want any vowels. I want consonants. So RLS. Let's put an N here and then the T over here. Right, there's a T and an R. So this middle letter could be the R. We could do like RTY. Could be party. It'd be interesting if we had actually had a P in the word. Okay, it is RTY. But it's not party. It's like this isn't an A. It's not an E. Maybe it's like 40. It's 40, okay. Who decided that 40 shouldn't have a U in it, by the way? All right, cool. Well, those are the games for today. Glad I was able to get some time to do it today. As I said, the games are daily, but I'm not able to make this video daily, but consider it a treat when I do. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.